So check it out. Like I made a video saying I don't consent to the Earth plane becoming a gas chamber. And look at the skies today. There's not a trail anywhere. So, I'm not saying that stuff's true or anything, but if it is, I don't consent to it. What else could we not consent to? Why don't you guys post videos saying you don't consent to that stuff and see what happens? It's just an experiment. Because, free will is your birthright. So anyway, let's practice it. Don't consent and see if the stuff stops. Yeah, there's still some silvery stuff in the sky down lower, but I don't see any planes anywhere. It kind of makes me wonder, how come one day you see planes like there's 10 going across the sky at one time, and then today there's nothing. Nobody has any flights today? It's kind of curious, isn't it? And what else can we not consent to? All those things, those cell phone towers, which are, I think there's a conspiracy theory that they may be frequency weapons and a directed energy weapon. I don't consent to that. I don't consent to any type of subliminal post-hypnotic suggestions coming into my field over cell phone 5G transmissions or broadcasts, or Wi-Fi, or cell phone, or blue beam radionics. Don't consent to any of it. So, what else is there? Oh, let's talk about alien invasion. Yeah, man, it's already happened. What makes you think the aliens have to be big or outside of you? The alien invasion is happening on the inside of you. There's foreign stuff being built in your blood. I mean, just because you can't see it doesn't mean it's not there. There's been documented evidence of this stuff. Not saying that it's true or anything. I'm just saying what I heard on social media. Maybe that's some kind of way of disclosure or something. But some people with some electronic microscopes, which are very expensive. Hard to find. I think the college has one here in town, but they're like 30 grand. And you have to use an electron microscope to see this so-called nanotechnology that starts building itself in your bloodstream. Well, if that's happening, that's alien. That's an alien invasion. And do you guys remember a show, Mars Attacks? And they wanted to be friends with him, and then the Martians started shooting everybody with these weapons. It looked like ray guns, frequency weapons, and everybody started exploding. Then at the end of the show, they're sneaking up on Grandma. She's sitting in the rest home with her headphones on, listening to her favorite tunes, and the Martians sneak up behind her with this big frequency weapon or whatever it is, and she turns around and accidentally pulls the plug on the stereo system, and I don't know what song it was. Yodel-A-Ho starts playing, and all of a sudden the Martians' heads exploded. Oh, I think we found something interesting over here. Squirrels. These are my rescue dogs from Mexico. They rescued me. Everybody thinks you're rescuing the dog. I think the dog's rescuing you. But we're gonna be here for a minute. I can tell by that bark. She's gonna send the little one in, try to flush the squirrel out. Is there something in there? There must be something in there. Scooch is gonna go in. Where is it, Scooch? I think it already left the building. Oh, he's all the way in there. Anyway, back to the conversation. Yeah, frequency exploded their heads. So I was doing some investigation today, and I looked at some documentary on, the Liberty Bell, and how the Stalin, the tyrannical ruler of Russia, ordered all the bells built from certain years destroyed. Well, why would he do that? Well, these were ringing frequencies. It was very beneficial to the human biosphere. And what's the average hertz of it? Was anywhere from any bell that rang from 100 hertz to 130 hertz would provide peace and harmony to the human body. And they would ring those bells all the time. Then all of a sudden Stalin comes along and orders them destroyed. Now there are a few hidden. I don't know where they are. But why can't we just send they do have these cell phone towers, cell phone tower dues that do emit frequencies. Why can't we just use those with our intention and send the megahertz of, I think it's 112 megahertz. Just direct 112 megahertz towards the cell phone towers and see if it'll relay the frequency all over the planet. Let's use their technology and see if we can use it with our intent, because we're the ones creating this reality, not them. They're using your attention to create a reality not of your liking. So stop it. Don't give them any more attention. Put your intent on something worthwhile. Let's focus our energy and our frequency of 112 hertz towards the cell phone towers or directed energy weapons or whatever you want to call them, and see if we can send it all over the planet and see what changes happen. I bet you, because that frequency, all of a sudden people weren't listening to tyranny. They weren't taking it anymore. They weren't going to put up with it. That's why they want them destroyed. How can you be a tyrannical ruler if they're ringing 112 hertz every day and nobody wants to listen to you? Besides, remember the show's Mars Attacks? The old lady unplugs the stereo and the Martian's head explodes. I think there's something there. I think we should start exploring our own frequencies and start transmitting our own frequencies. Besides, you are a frequency generator. Your heart generates a frequency. You're an electromagnetic being. So start generating frequencies that you want. Love, joy, laughter, fun, happiness, abundance. abundance, peace, prosperity, freedom. Who's with me? Give it a thumbs up. Leave a comment. Tell me where you're at. Withdraw your consent. And then look at the skies the next day and see if it's gone.
Not an airplane in the sky.
There's not an airplane in the sky today. It's amazing. I've tried all sorts of stuff. So, I'm not going to mention it here because there are still psychopaths. Well, maybe not. Let's just intend that the psychopaths go to the bottomless pit. Because there's this other thing like, oh, we're investigating such and such, but nothing ever happens. Yeah, we're going to indict these guys, but there's really no indictment ever. It's a joke. I don't consent to that. What happened to our justice system? What a joke. J is for joke, not justice. I mean, if they do get prosecuted, it's going to be after the attorneys line all their pockets with as much cash as they can get. Funded by probably U.S. tax dollars, of course. And where do the taxes go? There's another thing we don't have to consent to. It's like, why are you stealing the money and not using it for the benefit of the people? That's what we're paying it for. At least that's what I thought. And then, they pass these new bills like the Genius Act so they can print more money and then lend it back to you or charge you the interest on it. And how they do that? They take away some other freedoms, pass more laws, bills get passed in Congress. That's a money system. Bills, what's a bill? It's money. Man, look, what happened with the Patriot Act? They made everybody a terrorist so they could torture you. I don't consent to that. Who thinks of this nonsense? And they did. They tortured. Man, they freaking tortured me. I didn't consent to that. So, I think divine justice is rocking in, and guess who's the ones who what do you call I don't know. Guess who's going to enforce it? We are. With your frequency. Just adjust your frequency. They can't stand love and joy and freedom. They can't stand it. It makes their head explode. So just start doing that. All right. I hope you enjoyed this video today. It's kind of a longer one, but I had some things to say. Tell me what you have to say in the comments. Then post your own video of non-consent. Let's get it rocking and rolling.